Hello again, Jeremy from Rhodeswood in Harrogate in the United Kingdom. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So here, if I may, impart some advice when you're going to see your tailor, or you're looking for a tailor, or a shop that does made to measure or semi-custom, or call it what you may. I came into this trade at 16 years of age. We only did made to measure and had a few accessories, and it was a steep learning curve. I remember reading an article about the late, and in my opinion great, Dougie Haywood, the Mount Street tailor, or the Mayfair celebrity tailor as I think he was known, who made suits for Michael Caine, Terence Stamp, Roger Moore. All of them I think became sirs, and he had a great cut, very simple, took a stone off you if you were carrying weight, as most dark navy suits will, in fairness. And in the article, his taste and the shots of the shop just resonated with me as a 17-year-old young guy starting out. And I thought I'd really like to have my own shop and put my stamp on it. And looking at his emporium, it just spoke to me in his ethos. So that's one thing to bear in mind when you're looking to have a suit made, and particularly if your first suit, or you really don't know, or you're really not interested. Look at the place that you're visiting, look how they dress, look how it's presented, because that taste is going to come through. You know, if you come to me and you give me carte blanche, great, fabulous. But two ears, one tongue. It starts with a conversation, it starts with a brief, a back and forth of what you want the suit for. It might be very specific. I'm going to wear it for a wedding and I don't wear suits because I don't like them. It might be I'm going to wear it 3 times a week and I'm up and down to London on the train and I expect it to last 3 to 5 years with wear. Then, okay, we've got an idea and we've got a starting point. Regarding style, well, figure has a lot to do with it, and age. And I'm very much against, you know, older guys trying to look younger. Yes, keep yourself trim, keep yourself in shape, keep yourself up to date, of course, but trying to look like you're 20 when you're 60 is tricky. So a taste is going to come through, and it's great sometimes to have a very clear brief from people when they say, look, I want a double-breasted 2-show-3 navy suit with a very wide lapel and a soft shoulder. I want 2 pleats on the trousers. I want plenty of stride. Fantastic. I've got a very clear idea, but generally, I don't know. I don't know. So I have to guide them and look at the figure and look at their age and look at their lifestyle, and hopefully they've looked at mine and thought, yeah, you know what, I think what they've got's pretty good and I like the look of the thing. I will buy into that because that's what you're doing. So if you find yourself in a shop and it's all very skinny lapels and skinny tight bottoms, you think, great, that's for me, or that's not for me, you've got a clue. Most tailoring houses have a house style, and if you look on Savile Row, they'll look in the windows. You know, many years ago, they never really had window displays on Savile Row. They were always worried that someone would steal the cut or steal the shoulder line, so everything was behind curtains that you used to look over, or there'd be just bales of cloth in the window. And it was Tommy Nutter in the 60s that was the first person that opened up the window displays and made this colourful window displays. And in doing so, you know, with the help of the late and also great Edward Sexton, who was his cutter and partner, attracted a younger clientele. You know, the Beatles, celebrities, the Rolling Stones went to Tommy Nutter. In fact, he was financially backed, or part financially backed, by Cilla Black, who herself was a celebrity. So that was a big stride forward, in that you could actually look in a window display and think yay or nay. And today, if you look at all the houses on Savile Row, you can see clear differences. I mean, a suit, a coat has, you know, two foreparts, two lapels, two sleeves. It's nothing much changed there, but one house will have a single button with a very suppressed waist and a longer coat, and you all know who I'm talking about. And other houses, a softer cardigan feel with a natural shoulder. They're all subtly different, and you can't be all things to all people. So do look at what their house style is and what they like making, and it's either for you or it isn't. So if you have some sort of a brief, whether you've looked on Pinterest or you've seen a picture of James Bond in a suit or whatever, then it's a help. We've got a starting block. If you don't, expecting to see every cloth made up, that's a tall ask. I mean, you know, there are 49 lottery numbers. I haven't won it yet. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of cloths from, you know, all the different houses. Harrison's, Fox Brothers, Scabal, on and on and on. There's thousands of cloths, so we can't have one of everything made up to show you. But when you are going to buy ready to wear, or you're coming for a fitting for a suit that we're making, or whoever is making, I'm not saying just to make our life easier, tailors around the world, shops around the world like this, then do go in shoes and a shirt, because putting on a suit over a big hoodie with a pair of cargo shorts, you need a very good imagination to think, well, do I like it? Shirt and tie, shoes, you've got a much better balance, a much better picture of how it's going to turn out. People say, how many fittings do you do? And I think there's an industry standard of 3. Well, some people are calling being measured a fitting. That's not a fitting, that's being measured. Trying on a skeletal basted jacket, or even a forward fitting, that's a fitting. And coming for trying on the suit when it's made, I suppose you can call that a final fitting. We might just tweak something. But you can get those number of fittings down by proper measuring, figuration. The old, you know, saying that we use measure twice, cut once, get it as near as you can, because I appreciate that people travelling up from London, or if you've got a tailor in London and you live in Yorkshire and you're travelling down. One guy that we make for, he had 7 fittings on Savile Row, 7 first class tickets on the train, 7 lunches. That's near enough another suit. That's a lot of money. So I hope that's of use to you and help. And one thing that we often hear, as I said earlier on, you know, 2 ears, 1 tongue, let's have a conversation about what it is you want and what you expect out of the suit. And often I see people then pick out the biggest, brightest, boldest check or the loudest stripe, and they've told me that they, you know, are quite conservative, or they don't really like wearing suits, or they need to wear this suit an awful lot, and it will be just such a memorable suit. And I think, you know, starting off, as we said in earlier videos, start with a plain navy blue, take you anywhere suit, and when you're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 suits, however many, then introduce one of those showier suits and wear it when you're in the mood. But starting your wardrobe off like that, you know, this is where taste comes through, and you know, listen to what they're saying to you, and you either agree or you strike out some common ground, so you know that your brief has been heard and will be delivered, or you're in the wrong shop. 2 ears and 1 tongue for both parties. So I try to update you with more advice. It's, I hope, very down to earth and friendly advice. It's not for everyone, and there might be criticism or comments. Fine. But please like and subscribe, and I hope that you'll tune in again for updates about men's clothing and Road to Wood.